Bedroom Studios.
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. But there can be only one. What's more metal? With Dan Weber, Nariko and Randy.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast for two badass. I always forget to think of a riff for this one.
Forgetful comedians.
Knife fucking.
Knife fucking?
Yes.
So
why not?
Are we fucking ourselves with the knife, or are we sliding our dick along it? I guess is really that's my question. If we're gonna be fucking knives, I gotta know which is which.
Weber's choice on that one.
Then I'm driving my dick into the edge of a knife.
Fuck it, there we go.
If that's my choice.
Whoa, stop telling me all your song lyrics. Look. Two knife fucking comedians come up with the most metal shit in the universe. With me, as always, is the Dinobot to my Gynobot.
Oof. Oof.
I'm a robot vagina. Dan Weber. Over this way.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we're not live streaming. I just waved at nobody. I'm having a hard time figuring out which is which now. Like everything is fucking mixed up. It all looks the same to me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's fucking awesome. Okay. I'm comedian Nariko Watt. That laugh up that way is super metal producer Randy, the Midnight Rider. The Midnight Rider. The Sonic Shadow.
Sonic Shadow.
Audible Ninja. Coming to you live from separate bedroom studios here in Portland, Oregon. This is going to be a fun one. This is the part of the show I like to ask my co-host about his week, but we also meet up on Fridays. So, in the last 48 hours, what's been plaguing you?
Today, I went on a drive with my dad, just because he's been, he's isolated too, so that was cool.
Yeah.
And we went to a Burger King, right? Or not Burger Dairy Queen. I'm sorry, not Burger.
Okay,
King.
that's better.
Dairy Yeah. Burger King is fucking why? Why would I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, before we go on, you're a big Dairy Queen fan, right? Like that's
I got shit. My favorite, honestly, my favorite fast food dessert, which is the peanut butter parfait.
It's fucking great.
I love it because it's tasty. And it could kill 10% of the population for sure. 100%. Oh, yeah. If you have a peanut allergy, I ate a delicious cup of murder, and could not be tastier.
Yeah, there's also 22 bullets on top.
Yes.
No,
if you're in Tillamook, there is, but not here.
Peanut butter parfait is awesome. Hot fudge, cold ice cream, toasted peanuts. It's a fucking great. You can't go fucking wrong. It's awesome.
It's real good.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Go on.
And then we just drove around. I mean, he's the kind of guy, we only drove for an hour, which was surprising to me because I assumed it would be 4 hours. He just likes to, he just likes to drive. I don't unlike everyone else I know, he just likes driving around.
Right.
So, but we didn't go for too long, which was cool.
Yeah,
good
for
to
sure.
See him.
Yeah, that sounds great. Randy, we can hear you typing.
Perfect.
Very, very, very so loudly. It's louder than anything I've ever heard in my life. I used to work near jets and listen to metal at the same time. And your typing was like a Slayer concert on my eardrum.
Okay, I will stop.
No, I just want to keep going.
Were you typing with snare drums?
It was like,
question.
oh, was Dinosaur Jr. playing Up My Asshole? Is that what happened? Because I could hear it in my heart. Well, enough of me being fair. I will say, no, that's awesome, man. I would say right now a drive is so awesome. Like driving around is a really fucking good, it's safe. You can get out, you can see shit. A drive is relaxing. It's a great place to nap. I love a drive.
A good time to nap. Yeah.
It's a great time to nap. A car is meant to go straight. Look, an object in motion stays probably. And we all know that rule. But yeah, so that's fucking awesome, man. I don't know. That's fucking great. What have I done? Today I had me and some old friends. We were in like a trivia group. We're doing some online like trivia. It's specifically nerd themed. So we're the name of our it's like 5 teams. We all come up with our own group of questions based on the topics that they give you, and everybody has to answer everybody else's questions. So it's pretty fucking cool. I like that. Our team won. I didn't get to name the team, but it is called our team is the Times New Roman Holiday Inn Cambodia, which is Holiday Inn INN. It's great. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why it's called that, but I really like it. But we won this week, so that's pretty cool. That's what I was doing just before this. It was super fun. I was going to tell them that what I told you guys, but one of our topics was actors that died before 30, and we came up with the question. I found out Jonathan Brandis died before 30, so one of our questions was Darwin the dolphin is saddened by the death of this guy, so made us laugh. What was the other one? We had to come up with a before and after title with a comic book character and a movie title. And we came up with Garfield of Dreams, which made us laugh really hard. But then our question was, these dead baseball players sure love lasagna. And it was pretty goddamn awesome. So, yeah, it was really fun, but it's really old. It's old friends of mine from like college and shit. So people I've known for fucking years and years in this group. So it's just kind of nice to hang out with them and bullshit and kill it at trivia. It's really fun. So, that's what I did today. Oh, we got a review, guys. I don't know if you
know.
Holy
yeah,
shit.
this never happens once a week. It's twice a week. Guys, I just like to give a shout out. Anytime somebody gives us a shout out, I feel like it's a nice thing to do. So we just recently we got voted #1 podcast to listen to while you master a new recipe by Butthole Milkshake Magazine. If you're making a milkshake in an asshole and drinking it through a crazy straw, this is your magazine. Butthole Milkshake Magazine, and they know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to BMM for that review.
What a unfortunate anagram. Acronym. Whatever it is.
It would be, Butthole Milkshake? Is that what it's?
Yeah, BMM.
BHM.
Oh, you're going to go with the B. You split it up. 2 words. BHM.
Butthole. Yeah.
I feel like butthole is 1 word.
I think butthole is 1 word.
Yeah.
Dan
likes to break his butthole in 2. And I know that.
I prefer to think of the 2 things as separate entities, you know? Like I like to abuse
there's
one while pleasuring the
hole.
other. You
right,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to treat them as just a monolithic thing.
Right.
Like
which
my
came
ass
first?
is different than my hole. What's that?
I said, which came first?
Yeah.
You know, like I love that. I think you're right. Butthole Milkshake Magazine. You think, because there's a lot, it's minutia. You would think, oh, it's cream, it's milk, it's ice, butthole. But
just
what
FYI,
proportions?
According to Merriam-Webster, butthole is one word.
Oh.
Thanks for looking that up, Randy. I had no idea. I think the
Miriam?
abbreviation for it doesn't matter. Like it still could be BH.
I want to hear the
one word.
argument in the office. Damn you, Miriam! Butthole is one word. Webster, I'll not have it. Butt and hole, they're two separate things.
You can't have a hole without a butt. Are you kidding me? And a butt without a hole, what is that even?
They're together, but they're separate. The picture of the butt crack is the Maginot line between the butt and the hole. Damn you, Webster.
You got your hole in my butt. You got my butt in your hole.
Let's start a dictionary.
To solve this riddle once and for all. That's why the great Merriam-Webster Wars of 1792.
You've got your dictionary in my butthole. You've got your whole butt in my dictionary. Anyway, that's... I just like Webster and Merriam fighting. I think it's fucking great. Guys, this week on the podcast, we've got two really awesome topics. We're going to be deciding the most metal finger.
Yeah.
Human finger, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Yes.
Human finger and most metal transformer. The most metal transformer and the most metal human finger. This is a good one. We tirelessly worked for minutes on this. This is no, honestly, like I always love a topic like this where it's you're like, what is the most metal finger? You know, like you haven't thought about it before, and you won't again right after this, and that's
you won't have to
important.
because we have told you exactly which one it is.
We figured it out. So to decide who gets to go first in most metal finger or transform, I think we want to start with finger. Let's start with finger.
Let's start
with
with
the most metal finger. We'll do the most metal thing possible and roll 20-sided die. I'll be jerking it with Randy's hand with the what's more metal brand 20-sided die.
You fucked that joke up all the
I didn't.
Yeah, you
like
did.
you had.
No, I didn't.
You usually just imply it, but this time you just
No,
straight
I
up
just
said,
wanted to
like,
say
I let Randy
that's not
jerk me off. By the way, roll the dice.
I was changing it up. Yeah. You haven't heard that? He's gonna jerk my die roll. Like, 'cause I feel like it's like a straight. That's a normal.
I'm gonna come a natural 20. Is that what it is?
We're rolling the What's More Metal brand 20-sided die that you can find on Patreon. On our Patreon.
Yeah.
The one says What's More Metal because we're the #1 milkshake drinking podcast for buttholes. And the 20 says Natch Twombo, the natural 20, Natch Twombo, because it's stupid. And I thought of it. So it's a huge die. It's heavy. It's the size of a well-kicked ball. So well-kicked human testicle. So anyway, Randy, what did I get? Roll my die. Jesus
you
Christ.
got a 17.
That's the highest you've ever rolled from me.
A winger. You got a winger.
We the too old for winger.
Just old enough.
That's true.
Dan, you got a 7.
Nice.
Man. Well, you go first.
Okay. Most metal finger. I get to go first. Here we go. Let's see. This is gonna be a good one. All right. For most metal finger, I'm gonna go index finger. All right. And I chose index finger because that's the one that, sure, middle finger, you flip somebody off. That's whatever. That's insulting. Yeah. Sure. But if somebody takes their index finger and jabs it in your chest or in your face, you might murder that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like somebody flips you off, you're like, oh, cute, you know? But somebody sticks their finger in your face or in your chest, you're like, I might have to fucking kill this guy. It's like,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna be in the newspaper because they're gonna fucking find this guy's blood in my house. Like it's gonna shit. Like that's like also it's the finger that you most likely will fuck somebody with. And I like that. Of your fingers, it's one of the two. I feel like you're gonna fuck somebody with index finger.
Index finger. Yeah. And finger gun. When you make a finger gun.
Yeah.
When you're pantomiming a murderous weapon, always the index finger.
Always. When you go pew pew pew, when you're being coy about wanting to assassinate a guy, like in a crowd. Hey, later. Hey,
Yeah.
me and your wife. Pew 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 pew. You know, like whatever. That's gonna be the move. Also, it's the pantomime dick to the finger vagina on the left hand that you fuck.
Yeah.
Chick when you go, ooh, you know, that's the finger. it's the most. It's the I don't know. I just feel it's the most. It's the finger that is most likely to hit the red button to launch all the nuclear missiles.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah.
It's
Nobody's
probably
doing-
not. Yeah, nobody's hitting that with the pinky.
No.
Yeah.
I always think of it as a slapping. Like I think when they launched the missiles to wipe out humanity, you just gotta slap that shit.
Yeah. If it was a giant button that you had to press with two hands, like a buzzer on Double Dare,
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
fuck, that's the way to do it.
No whammies. Come
Yeah.
on. Big money, no whammies. And then wipe out. Boosh.
That's oh my God. I would love it so much if it was like, you know, Trump's like turns to like the Secret Service guy and he's like, we're doing it. We're launching the missile. Open the case. Give me the football. They open it up and that's all that rises out of it is that Double Dare buzzer. And he's all like, rubs his hands together. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, you're right. It's just, no whammies. It would be funny if you hit it with your pinky, though, just to put a little pizzazz on it.
Yeah.
Lick your pinky. Blap. Yeah, just little zazz on nuclear winter.
You take a picture of it and send it to the Russian premier.
Hey, yeah,
This is
exactly.
what I think of you, pinky finger death.
Blap. I just killed China with my pinky.
What have you done?
Anyway, we're all dead. I want that Double Dare button now that I think about it, though. That's fucking great. Anyway, so that's my choice. Index finger, most metal finger.
All right.
Dan, what do you think?
My pick is the left pinky finger
Okay.
because that is the finger that members of the Yakuza have to chop off chunk by chunk in order to make up for crimes or sins they've committed against the gang.
Yep.
You have to cut off the tip first. Then if you fuck up again, you have to go down to the second knuckle, then the third knuckle, then the right pinky. But if you meet a guy that's only got like missing just a pinky, he fucked up 3 times. You know how bad that guy had it.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
But I also found when I was looking that up that it was used in another way. In 2009, in May of 2009, a Serbian councilman named Zoran Bulatovic cut off his left pinky finger and ate it on the news to protest wages to workers not being paid. And it was like, we, the workers, have nothing to eat. We had to seek some sort of alternative food. And I gave them an example. And then he said, it hurt like hell. And of course it did. You know, you cut off your fucking finger by yourself with a hacksaw. In this case, in the case of the Yakuza, they use a really sharp knife.
Right.
In the case of the Serbian guy, he sawed it off with a hacksaw and then ate it in front of a bunch of people.
That rocks.
That's
It's
incredible.
such an amazing fucking protest.
And you stand up for workers' rights. I think that's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
fucking
that
dope.
guy I'm following 9 Fingers to hell, dude. I fucking
Yeah,
love
for
this.
sure.
That guy
That's
rocks.
definitely a good re-election campaign.
Yeah.
He was like a Serbian councilman of some kind.
Yeah.
City council, whatever.
That's fucking
incredible.
rules.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Good choice. The pinky. Yeah. Anyway, so those are our choices for most metal finger. I chose the index finger. Dan chose left pinky finger specifically. You can decide which one is the most metal between those two choices. We're going to put those up on Instagram stories. Let you guys vote on them. Was it Dan or was it me? You guys tell us who had the most metal choice. And we'll read them on the air. It'll be fucking great. So, on the air. Hi, we're live on the radio. I'm 80 fucking years old. So, I will say this, though. My backup choice was the left pinky finger. So, you fucking got it.
Yeah.
That move that the Yakuza do, it's called Yabetsume. Or Yabetsume. And it's, that's the punishment of cutting your fucking finger off. So, as a quick choice for my next backup, it would be the ring finger. Which one is it when you get married? Left or right? Right? Left ring finger, because when you get married, that's the finger that ends your life. You put that on, and then you aren't a whole person anymore. You're a piece of shit, and put your shit in the garage. That's your fucking life now. Fuck you. Or I don't know.
You're speaking from experience.
I am.
There you go. Knows all about almost getting married.
You know how close that ring almost came to that finger? So close.
Yeah.
2 months is how that close that quick. Oh. I don't know. It is. I do. Yeah. So that finger, but that finger does show ownership, which is fucking odd in our society, where it's like, if you see a ring on it, it's like, don't fuck with that. You know, like somebody owns somebody. You know, it's off the market. It's just an interesting finger.
I will say that that ring is not it does not prevent you from getting propositioned. Like that when I first got married and I was wearing the ring on my finger, you know, I got hit on more than ever before. Like, and same with my ex-wife, same thing. That it, like, people came out of the fucking woodwork because they're like, oh yeah, like, well, you know, you're ready to cheat. Like, it was like,
oh, weird. They're like,
it was fucking weird for sure.
They're not afraid of commitment.
Yeah, you're not afraid of commitment, so maybe you'll break this one to get with me. So
yeah. I don't get that, where somebody will get with somebody that, like, in a cheating situation where it's like, oh, they cheated on their wife with me. So it's like, yeah, well, I'm sure they're done.
Yeah.
Like, that was the last time forever, for sure.
Sure, yeah.
It's like, it blows my mind where you're like, oh, okay. Like,
yeah.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's delusional. So
absolutely. So anyway, sorry, we hit a bitter section here in the, it's like a weird hit, like there's a bitterness part that look, I wasn't gonna bring up my ex, motherfucker. You brought it up. So
you're the one bad mouthing marriage like you know what the fuck it is. Like, I'm the only person on this podcast that has actually been married.
How'd that go? Fuck you.
It went good for a while.
No,
nothing's forever, but it was pretty cool for a minute.
Yeah. So So there I go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dan, do you have a backup?
Yes. I have a backup. It is the right thumb. Because without a thumb, we wouldn't have invented weapons to murder other people with, because you couldn't hold on to it.
That's true.
And historically, people were right-handed. So legitimately, the right thumb has caused more death in human history than any other organ on the human body.
Yeah.
Like, it's responsible for murder, like millions and millions of people getting killed.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And it's the right thumb. It's how you, it's also how, like, Caesar Caesar killed people in the gladiatorial combat. Combat. That's
but you
true.
can't hold on to a handle. If you didn't have the right thumb, you couldn't wrap your hand around the handle of an axe or a hammer or even a rock. Like if you just try to do it with 4 fingers, not going to work.
And that thumb is how Ted Bundy found people waving that thumb around. Is how Ted Bundy found all his victims. Yeah, there's no other finger that you can throw around to let people know you need a ride. You know, like you just.
Yeah,
that's the one.
That's the one.
What else?
The riskiest finger.
I would say it's probably the 3rd most used finger to fuck somebody with.
I would have gone with 2nd, honestly.
I think index and middle. And then thumb is your 3rd.
Yeah, I mean...
Thumb is that's a real... You're going for it with a thumb. Like you're you don't give a shit. When you get to thumb level, you're like you're blasted at the thumb.
Yeah. For sure, yeah.
You're fuck hiking, I think, at that point.
Hitching a ride is what you're doing.
Anyway, guys, those are our choices for most metal finger. And I think that's going to bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah! All right, everybody. This brings us to the next topic. Most metal transformer from the Transformers shows. Movies. Yeah. I went first last time. Dan gets to go first this time on most metal robot that can turn from one robot into the other robot.
Into a thing.
Into a thing.
Something. So my choice, it was in a show called Transformers Beast Wars.
Yeah.
It was one of the villainous Decepticons.
Yep.
But his name was Power Hug. And he could transform from a robot into a pill bug. And that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. When I read that, I was like, this is so fucking stupid.
He could turn into a roly-poly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, the fearsome roly-poly. There were Decepticons that could turn into pterodactyls and Tyrannosaurus Rexes, but not Power Hug. No, Mighty Snuggles could turn into a fucking pill bug. So fucking dumb.
I could hug myself in a ball.
I could roll in a ball and then not do anything at all. I can't do shit after that.
Keep cop, coop, coop, coop.
Yeah. That was the sound he made when he transformed. It better not have been the actual sound.
Coop, cop, coop, coop, coop.
Yeah, just meek, kind of apologetic, even like, I'm sorry, I'm transforming. Like, I'm out of battle now. I'm not even going to do anything anymore.
Like, Bumblebee, there's a giant potato in the road. This looks like a job for Power Hug. Just eats his potato with his pill bug abilities. Roly poly.
You know what? It's stupid because it's an insect that even DC Comics hasn't used for a villain yet.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's true.
Like DC Comics has made a villain out of like cicadas and shit, but they're like Pillbug, too dumb. Like we invented the Riddler and we think the Pillbug is too fucking stupid. So
Power Hug sounds like a robot Care Bear.
Yeah, right. A cuddlenator sent back in time to make John Connors feel better about himself.
My name is Big Spoon. Come here to... My name is Thundershirt. That sucks. Power hug.
Power hug. And his compatriot heavy blanket.
Power hug, heavy blanket, waifu pillow. Attack!
Nap.
Power word nap.
Power word nap. Yeah.
I love it. That's fucking. It's like, God damn it! There's a giant flat rock under blocking the road. This looks like a job for power hug. And he just crawls underneath it. Fucking pill bugs. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Completely out of ideas at that point. Like,
yeah. You need to call that line of toys right before you get there. Like that's the sign. Like,
absolutely.
We're done.
It's a robot that turns into homework. Fuck. I'm fired, aren't I? This isn't gonna
it's
sell
a detention-a-con is what it's called. Detention-a-con. You gotta stay after school, boy.
That's so. It's a robot that turns into a Texas Instruments graphing calculator. It's called $45.
It's called barely usable.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That sucks. Oh my God. All right. Well, that's a great choice, Dan. Power hug is a incredibly metal choice. I love it.
Made me laugh a lot, so I don't give a fuck.
No, that's super fucking funny, and you're right. I chose one that's also funny to me, but it's also kind of badass. I chose Soundwave. Soundwave is a Decepticon who is a giant robot that turns into a cassette-playing boombox.
Yeah.
There's something so fantastic about an intergalactic AI robot species from outer space that becomes a super antiquated technology. Like, that's all the Transformers are. It's like, I'm a car now. And you're whatever. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
But one that becomes a boombox is so fucking funny because it's like, just cassettes too. It's like, this'll look. Now he can only hide at Goodwills. Like, if he was gonna like disguise himself somewhere, he's like, why is there a 40-ton boombox at this Goodwill? This thing is huge. I don't know. Randy, you're still muted. Nobody can hear your laughter, by the way.
They can. You can.
I saw you. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I was like, it's so fucking funny, man. But what's cool about he was a boombox that played cassettes, but his cassettes were also other robots, which is fucking sick. Soundwave had Ravage, which was a dog, so it was a robot dog, which is kind of close to what we have now. Laserbeak, which was a like a bird. Buzzsaw, which was another bird. Ratbot, who knows what that is? And there's also Rumble, Frenzy, Slugfest, and Overkill, and I didn't bother to look all those up. But but he had cassettes, and impossibly he could sling multiple cassettes out of his chest at once. Where I'm like, that's not even how a cassette works in the world. Yeah. I don't know. To me, it's very funny. But what was also cool about Soundwave is he's the only one with, like, not the only one, but he was one of the only ones with a fully robotic voice.
Yeah.
Like his was like, you know, like, of course I can't mimic it, but like, attack, you are such a like, it just was like mostly like auto-tuned and like it just sounded like almost completely robotic, and it was kind of badass. So yeah, Soundwave, the boombox that threw cassette robots. Which is fucking hilarious. That's my choice. So that's my choices for most metal Transformers. Dan chose Power Hug.
Power Hug.
The fucking pill bug
Yeah,
robot.
right.
And I chose Soundwave, the boombox. You guys, we're going to put these up on our Instagram stories, let you vote on them. You tell us who had the most metal choice. Was it Dan or I? And Dan, did you have a backup choice?
Yeah, I just like the name. His name was Starscream.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was the fighter jet. And eventually, later on in the cartoon, he could fly into space. Like, he seemed like the most powerful one. Like, I know that Megatron or whatever was supposedly more powerful, but I don't see fucking how. Like, he couldn't. Starscreams could break the sound barrier, and he had missiles. Like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, Megatron's gonna have against that.
I will say that was a cool thing in original like Transformers that I feel like not a lot of other shows did, but they had two main bad guys that were constantly vying for power, and they were fighting each other all the time, which is something that I haven't seen in a lot of other shows or any that come to mind right this second, where there's always a bad guy and is like second in command, but it's usually like a little pet or something. But this is like Starscream and him would like, if something happened to Megatron, he'd be like, I'm taking control now. Megatron is dead. Don't bother looking or double checking. It's sure. It happened. His smoking body fell off a cliff, guys. We're moving on. I'm Starscream. And I just liked that. Like that would be how it would in a fucking lawful evil fucking group. Like, yeah. There'd be a lot of vying for power a lot. And I think that was fucking cool. And Starscream's fucking badass. Had that classic villain voice too. It's high pitch and I'm angry. It's not easy to listen to, and that's how you know it's evil. I like that.
Yeah, it was weird as fuck.
I like that. I mean, Cobra Commander had a similar thing, and it's just a classic villain voice. Starscream's great. He wasn't even the only jet. There was like a few jets, which is awesome. It is weird that they had missiles. Yeah. Like they had lasers, but they also had missiles where it's like, who's making these missiles? It's like Raytheon selling to the Decepticons. Who's making this shit?
Well, I think that they produce them internally like semen.
I've got to drop a load, Megatron.
I'm gonna go impregnate this city.
I'm backed up with napalm. I'm gonna blow some white phosphorus all over someone's tits. Ah! Sounds like a Skeksis now. I don't know how I'm doing exactly. That's so funny. Yeah, fucking Starscream's a great choice. Fuck. I had a few backups, but but I don't know. What am I? I would have to go with Astro Train as my backup.
Okay.
First off, his name's Astro Train, which is tight. It sounds fucking tough. It sounds like a Guns N' Roses song, which is fucking cool right off the bat. Or like an OG Sabbath song, like one of the, like, it sounds like a Sabbath mellow jam, like Astro Train. But Astro Train was massive. He was he was one of the biggest Decepticons. He was huge. And Astro Train could turn, he was a giant robot that could turn into a space shuttle or a train.
That's weird, man.
Which is that's fucked up. What in terms of disguising yourself for public eyes, I feel like people would notice a space shuttle.
Yeah.
Outside of like 2 or 3 places. You're like, baby, did we drive to Cape Canaveral? Because that's a whole space shuttle. That's a purple space shuttle.
Yeah.
Feel like that's out of place. But yeah, he was humongous. And also one of his arms was like it looked like a dune worm almost. It was like the nose cone of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But he was one of the few, it was one of the Transformers was like later on in their season, they were like fucking with what things could be. And that was one of the few Transformers that could turn into 3 things. So it was a space shuttle, a train, and a robot humanoid. So very cool.
Yeah.
Astro Train.
Yeah.
I'm on the Astro Train. Not on stuff. Astro Train. He might do. They have no use for the things that they become. You know what I mean? Like, which is another weird thing.
Oh yeah.
Bumblebee's a giant robot that turns into a Volkswagen. It's like, other than hiding, that doesn't help anything.
No.
Quick, become a shitty 1960s vehicle. Quick, become a 4-cylinder engine, air-cooled engine.
There wasn't a VW bus.
That would have been funny. Smokey.
Yeah. Smokey or Pachulicon. Just fucking transforms into. He can transform into three things. It's a robot, a VW bus, and a 3-chambered water bong. Those are the three things that he can transform into.
Yeah, it's just like Jam Band. Get in here.
That would be his name.
Jam Band.
Jam Band.
Jam Band. Come in. Yeah, there wasn't a VW bus. That'd be funny. If there was like just like a lifted Ford F-150 or something, it'd just be like, redneck, come in here.
Yeah.
Why, what the hell's happening up now? Decepticons are a hoax perpetuated by the Illuminati. And you're like, damn, this is a fucked up Transformer. He's on our team? Yep. Yeah, and he'd be the one that's all like, Megatron's actually the only one that's doing a good job. And you'd be like, damn it. Redneck.
Redneck.
What? Just say it. Optimus Prime was hanging with the Clintons at Cosmo Pizza. All right, come on. Redneck, please. We've got to change where you're getting your information, man. Yeah. The only other backup I had, do you have another backup, Dan, before I interrupt you?
No, I don't really have.
The only other one I wanted to bring up was Megatron, because he's a giant robot, but he would always turn into a gun that fits into an equally sized robot's hand. It was an impossible, completely impossible use. It was like, wait, what? He could just totally change physics and become a small gun. And plus, he's the only Transformer that was used by Columbine shooters. So no,
what?
I don't know. Dylan Klebold had Megatron in his hand the whole time. That's you don't know, like that's like deep Transformers lore. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What are we gonna do if we're not animate it and laugh about it? You know what I mean? Like what else can we do, gang?
Megatron. Actually,
he's the only Transformer you can't take on a plane.
Yeah, right. I think Soundwave that you picked for your choice? I think Soundwave could turn into a boombox or a Walkman cassette player.
Is that true?
I believe so. I think I remember him turning into a Walkman at one point.
No, I don't know if that's true. I mean, if that's true, I mean, I think that would just be a matter of hiding the handle.
Yeah.
And the speakers.
Anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't give a shit, but.
Yeah.
No, anyway. I actually got a definition for what a sound wave is when I tried to look it up just now, so I'm done. No, but this was a fun one. Yeah, thanks everybody. And I think that's going to bring us to the polls. Yeah! All right, everybody. That's going to bring us to the polls. This is where our producer, Randy.
Yeah.
The Shadows of Sound. Audible Ninja. Midnight Rider.
Uh-huh.
He's going to read who won last week in the polls.
Yeah.
of what was the most metal shit. Randy, what were our choices?
So last week was episode 28. We had most metal psychiatric therapy and most metal unit of measurement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dick.
So our choices for most metal psychiatric therapy were rotation therapy and hysteria therapy. And with 62% of the votes, we have hysteria therapy.
Nice. Got to fuck it out.
Yeah.
Fuck it out. You have to vibrate it out.
For most metal unit of measurement, we had the gigaton and we had the micromort.
Yeah.
And with 60% of the votes was the gigaton.
Oh, shit. I didn't think I was going to win that one at all. The unit of how likely you are to die is a pretty fucking metal unit.
But yeah, I mean, gigaton is a good choice.
I went big instead of... Yeah, but that's fucking... Jesus Christ. That rocks. Well, fucking nice. Thank you, everybody, for voting and for letting us know. Because, that went a little bit different than how we thought it was going to go.
For sure.
So. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. That was fucking awesome. And I think that's going to bring us to the Ride the Lightning round.
Ride the lightning.
Yeah, everybody. Let's do it. We didn't have a conversation in that gap. You heard there was nothing there. This is the part of the show. This is the Ride the Lightning round. This is where producer Randy, the Midnight Rider, goes on Wikipedia. And he picks 2 topics at random. And Dan and I will tell you the most metal things about those random topics because we know everything. We're fucking smarter than you. Fuck you. Randy?
Yeah.
What are our choices?
Yeah. So this week, I've got the El Malpai National Conservation Area. El Malpai.
A little hacky, but sure. Yeah. El Malpai.
The second one, El Malpai.
El Malpai.
And the second one is Apex Studios.
Okay. El Malpai is a El Malpai preservation area.
National Conservation Area.
National conversation area.
The National Conversation Area.
I have this right.
It's where people come together to talk.
Yeah. Also.
Conference Center at Hilton.
Yeah. El Malpai. Well, El Malpai was a mathematician who, that's who invented pi.
All right.
They actually figured out the perfect golden ratio of making a pie with pie.
Okay.
So, which is interesting. They mathematically baked, which is cool. Elma pie. Also, and the conservation area that they was named after them was for Kindiru peehole fish of the Nile. It's a stretch of the Nile. See, that's the thing. So Elma Pi was actually a Spanish mathematician. She went to the Amazon on vacation. She was swimming, and a Kindiru peehole fish swam up her vajay, flew out the spines, and it actually she got an infection and died ultimately from it. But her last words were "Ow, my pie." And in her honor, they chose 3.14 miles of the Amazon to designate
a perfect circle.
Yes. To designate as a conservation area for the deadly pee-hole shredding fish, the Kindiru. And that's probably right. Dan? Ow, my pie!
Apex Studios?
Apex Studios.
It's really hard to decide what is the most metal thing about one of the most metal studios in the world. Like they're responsible for such games as Killing My Family or Slaughter Quest. But I think their biggest one was a very controversial game. It was called School Shooter Simulator, and
right.
You got points for how many innocent kids you killed, and it's real. I mean, I'm not advocating for it at all. I think it's fucked up that they made that, but then they turned it into an online cooperative game, and it became one of the most popular games in human history.
Yeah, they came up with a lot of games. Hungry Birds.
Yeah.
Final Sexual Fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah. Half-Lick, and Half-Lick 2.
Half-Lick 2, which is huge. Everybody's waiting on Half-Lick 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. A Legend of Zelda. A Link to Your Missing Dad.
Yeah.
And A Link to My Ass was also another. They made two.
Death of the Wild was another one that they did.
Yeah, so many good games.
So many great games.
Fallout, but that was about an asshole. About a prolapsing asshole. Fallout. Yeah, Apex Studios, the nadir of gaming.
The nadir of controversial gaming.
Yeah, for sure. So good. Randy, what were we talking about?
Yeah. So Apex Studios is a recording studio.
Oh, I thought for
Manhattan.
sure it was gaming. Okay.
And it had a high reputation for recording jazz.
Oh, what a fun definition of Apex.
Yeah.
We're the highest point of the shittiest sound. Oh my god.
It's all about the sense we don't make in our name.
Jazz. Apex Studio. We sold 10 of albums. God, that's so funny.
And then Alma Pie, which is actually El Malpai National Conservation Area. Is a federally protected conservation area in the U.S. state of New Mexico.
Oh. What's there?
Yeah.
List everything there.
Land. Done.
Yeah.
Well, if it's done. New Mexico, that means hundreds of miles of waist-high brush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one alien.
Yeah. Boy, that place.
Cooking meth, indefinitely.
Good place to land a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Fucking ugh. I went to New Mexico once. I actually visited the Trinity bomb testing site with my buddy Kristen Davis, and it was fun because it's the first place they ever set off an A-bomb. And boy, did they choose the right spot. There is
nothing.
We drove up to it, and it was literally like it's a square fence. It's like just a chain link fence around another, like in the desert of another square of desert. Like that's all it is. And you're like, wow, we drove like an hour to get.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that different square. Indiscernible from the outside square. It was fantastic. But yeah. The other cool part about it is like there's green glass that's in the ground from the bomb where the dust that it kicked up, it turned into molten glass and it rained down onto the ground. Yeah. But the best part about it is there's actually a guy who has to come on a loudspeaker and go, hey, don't pick up that glass as a keepsake, you fucking idiots. Would you believe that's not something cool to hang on to?
It's
dumb
radioactive.
Motherfuckers. Yeah, it's like literally like it's green because it can kill Superman, you dipshit. Don't put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
It's good times. So that's been the Ride the Lightning round, guys. Thank you so much for listening. This has been a fun episode.
Yeah.
I think we did it, gang. We
we
really knocked it out. The only thing, thanks everybody for listening. Please make sure you like and subscribe and tell a friend and let us get the word out about the podcast. I know we have a good time doing it, and I hope you guys are having a good time listening. Another thing coming up for me on the 7th, I have a roast show I'm doing with Adam Posse. Me and Adam Posse are representing the good city of Portland, Oregon, and a city by city, city against city roast battle across the country. And so Adam Posse and I will be representing Portland, Oregon. We're going to be going up against Phoenix, Arizona. How many Applebee's does one city need? You know what I mean? Like, hey, if a strip mall went on forever, wouldn't that look neat? That's what it is. Phoenix sucks, and fuck you. We're gonna roast Phoenix, Arizona, just before they run out of water. It's gonna be fucking cool. So anyway, tune into that. That's gonna be from Helium Comedy. Helium Comedy Clubs are putting that on, so that's gonna be cool. And go on their website and get tickets because that's gonna be super fucking fun. But yeah, and you could root for your own hometown or mine because we're better than everybody else. So it's gonna be super fucking fun. Dan, you got anything coming up?
Yeah, on the 13th of May, as I've said before, I have another Reading the Bible with Dan coming up. And that'll be fun. They've been good so far, so I think that this one will be equally good. I got a couple people that I know from New York. He lived in Portland for a hot minute. Carlos Delgado is going to be a panelist, and this woman, Caitlin Reese.
Nice.
Who just won the Bird City joke contest that people wrote in for. I mean, I read some of the jokes and they're damn good. Like, she's very funny. So
that's great.
I'm psyched to have both of them, and Sean Jordan will be on it.
Oh, so. Fuck yeah. Yeah. The Playboy himself. Fuck yeah. That's awesome, man. That'll be a really great show. I'm pumped on it.
Yeah.
And what you're doing Foreskin Mountain.
That's part of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to do Jericho, and that's part of Jericho.
If you haven't heard of Foreskin Mountain, you're a Christian. So
100%. Well, you're a lot of people because almost nobody knows it's in there.
But you're definitely. So, anyway, and then if everybody listen to all the Crannibal Studios podcasts for Randy out there, Chumbawamba, and there's probably another one. And so
Ghosts and Hoes, I think, is another one.
Ghosts and Hoes, yeah.
Ghosts and Hoes. We were great. And so definitely listen to all the Crannibal Studios podcasts under the Crannibal Studios banner. And for Dan, Randy, and I think...
Real quick, before we sign off.
I think we're done. Sorry,
I haven't done it in a while. Please, if you like the episodes, you want to contribute, patreon.com/WMM for What's More Metal. Thank you to Christopher, Dimitri, Kevin, Matt, and our newest patron, Joel.
Hey, thanks,
Welcome
Joel.
to the Big Dick Club, Joel.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, thanks for joining up, and tell your friends. We'd love to get the word out.
Fuck yeah. Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate all our patrons, and that's fucking awesome. You're really helping us do this and put more quality content out, and definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's it for Dan, Randy, and I. Thank you guys so much, and hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Crannibal Studios.